So thank you for joining us. Feel free to get settled in and go ahead and grab a drink, grab a bite to eat, whatever you'd like to do. My name is Vince Carr. I'm the Artistic Director of the Arts and Architecture Conservancy here, and we are delighted to collaborate with Grand Central Parntership, who is the major sponsor for the Summer Solstice Festival, welcoming the Catbus Collective today. So we're super excited to have them on the program for a really fun program of music making these next 2 hours. If you're interested in jazz programming, we've placed these brochures around for you to peruse and get more involved. Most importantly, starting July 10th, every Thursday at 12:30 p.m., we will have jazz here every week, all the way through the end of September. So please come back and join us. This is one of 75 different jazz events we have here, all free of charge. So we really appreciate all the support you can give. All right, without further ado, please join me in welcoming the Catbus Collective.
All right, thank you so much. We are the Catbus Collective. Can everyone hear me out there all right? Y'all good? Okay, great, nice, loud, clear. All right, we're really happy to be here. Really thankful for the Grand Central Partnership, St. Peter's, for having us here today. And yeah, we are Catbus Collective. We play a lot of anime, Ghibli, city pop, VGM, jazz, all kinds of music. So we have a plethora of different selections to offer to you today. The first one you heard was Path of Wind. Does anyone know which movie that's from? Anyone know? It's from Miyazaki film. Okay, this is from the Studio Ghibli realm. That was called Path of Wind from Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro. It's something that I personally grew up with, and I think as you hear the music today, these are a lot of selections that we kind of grew up listening to, stuff that we consumed as children and as adults. Yeah, we just like to present to you today. And I'm going to introduce the members of the band. So, singing for you today, please give it up for Mi Tan Huynh on the vocals. Playing the trumpet, no flugel today, only trumpet, okay. Trumpet man over here, please give it up for Brandon Choi. And the founder, CEO, president, emperor of the group, here on all the woodwinds, including the bass clarinet today. Please give it up for Jasper Shogo Dukes. And hidden behind the glass panel, don't worry, he doesn't bite. Here on the piano, please give it up for Kai Ono. If you didn't know, that was Billy Strayhorn's piano. So I'm pretty sure Billy Strayhorn would have loved to hear anime played on that piano. I'm pretty sure that would have been a thing. On the bass, please give it up for Marty Kenny. And all the way in the back, but heard nonetheless, and the driver of the Catbus, please give it up for Kobe Etsede. And my name's Peter Lin, playing the trombone, and yeah, I'm singing for y'all today. So we're going to move forward with a selection more from the city pop kind of era. And it's kind of like, if you don't know what city pop is, maybe it hasn't shown up on your algorithm yet on YouTube. But it's kind of like the Japanese take on like a lot of soul music that was actually happening here in the States. Became very popular like in the early 80s, right? Kind of that era. So if it sounds familiar, you know, it's heavily influenced, but it also has its own very distinct sound. So we're going to play this next one called Love Trip, that is by Takako Mamiya. And here we go, Love Trip. All right. That was Love Trip. Love Trip. All right. So we're going to move forward into, oh, yeah, a little water spill there. We're going to move forward into the anime realm. Any anime lovers out there? This sounds a weird word to put it. Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't mean to make it sound weird, but yes, we love anime here. Okay, so this is something that if you grew up with like Cartoon Network and Toonami, which I didn't get until like much later in high school because my parents didn't let me have cable until much later. But if you grew up with that, you'll probably recognize this one. This is from the ending song from Samurai Champloo. And wait, who's that? Well, it's Minmi. Nujabes, that's right. So Nujabes and Minmi collaboration on this song. So definitely shout out to Nujabes for this. And this is Shiki no Uta, other known as Song of the Seasons.
here I stand so tall, amongst the giants that I long looked up to. All I ever did was chase the sun, but still I live for it. Why must I kill the child in me to stay alive? So stop, I need the world to stop, I need the world to stop. So endlessly, endlessly, I walk the fine line between the earth and sky. If there
right. Give it up for Me Tom Huynh, everyone. That was her original, Sunflower in the East. Highly inspired by Shiki Noruta, yes? Okay. Yeah, so be sure to follow her, Mitamu, Instagram, right? IG. Yeah, be sure to follow Catbus Collective too. We're on Instagram, we're on Red Note, we're on YouTube, we're on, I think that's it. I think I exhausted the list. Yeah, that's all the brain rot we could use for one day, so. Yeah, just email us, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know, at the end of the day, we love talking to everyone here, so. But we're going to now continue with some more Ghibli from Ghibli Universe. Oh, sorry, no we're not, okay, just kidding. We're skipping ahead. We're going to go back into anime world. This is from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Has anyone seen that one before? Yes. Oh yeah, we got one person. Okay, so you gotta tell everyone else what this is all about later, okay? Try to explain the whole plot line of like 7 different seasons. Okay, great. So this is one of the themes, one of the best themes from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And this is called Giorno's theme. This is particularly, I think this is when they were in Italy, yes. I believe so. Okay, so this is Giorno's theme from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. so much. You're a Catbus Collective. Just kidding. All right, that's a good time to take a break. Yeah, we're going to take a really short break and we'll be back with some more music, a whole new set of music. We actually have like over 100 songs in our repertoire, so yeah, like definitely come and see us at another show as well. But again, we have a whole another set of music, so you want to stay for that. And yeah, we'll be right back. Catbus Collective, ERB.